What's up, Trendsetter kings and queens? Stick around, let's chill and spill some trending tea. Trending today, y'all, we have Nikita Dragun. Nikita Dragun is receiving professional mental health care right now in a facility after getting arrested at a Miami hotel and spending time in jail, according to TMZ. Nikita's rep, Jack Kitsoyan, told TMZ, "We want to thank everyone for the overwhelming love and support for Nikita during this time. She is in a safe environment addressing her mental health. We ask for continued respect for her privacy and the sensitivity of this matter as she seeks treatment and healing." We're told Nikita began seeking treatment Wednesday evening. The transgender influencer has been open about her mental health struggles. In May, she actually shared on her own YouTube channel that she had been diagnosed with bipolar. Check this clip out.
Always looked at social media as my diary. And I think out of anything I've ever talked about, I've talked about surgeries, my transition, getting kicked out of clubs and this, that, and the other, being in my LA lifestyle. But I think my journey in terms of mental health has been one of the hardest struggles I've ever had to share. But also, I think it's something that is really real and something that a lot of people are facing. I've been on a mental health journey for a couple years now. I just started noticing my mood starting to be different and certain things affecting me in ways that were strange. As a trans woman, I've kind of dealt with a lot of hormones, but I feel like after transitioning, I really had to take a step back and take my mental health seriously. I was a little bit surprised when I was diagnosed bipolar. I do have a family history, but for me, I think I was just more not understanding what it really meant to be bipolar. And I think there's so many stigmas out there, especially with mental health and with people who do face bipolar, that I just didn't really know what it meant. I think something that even I had to learn about being bipolar is it's not what you see in movies and it's not what you see on TV. It's a whirlwind to be inside of and to experience. In terms of treatment, it's not one pill that's going to solve everything. I've tried to learn better therapeutic practices. I really do find working out is such a great therapy for me personally. I take a good 10 minutes or 15 minutes and sit outside by myself without my phone or anything and just kind of like ground myself for a little bit. Through the day, we get so many messages or we're on social media or whatever it is, and we're just overly stimulated. I think that's, for me, been one of the biggest things that has changed a lot. A lot of times in terms of mental health, you can feel so alone and it can feel so isolating, but there are so many people who are kind of facing the same thing as you are. I really do turn to my online community to kind of have support, but also I feel like I've dealt with negative comments my entire life. I grew up in a small town in Springfield, Virginia, being a very flamboyant little boy at the time. So for me, I've kind of gotten used to it, and obviously it is part of the job, but at the same time, I do wish it would change. In terms of negativity, it does affect you on days when you are kind of low, and it is really hard to tune out sometimes. I really don't have all the answers, and I'm just human, and I always just try to remind myself of that. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I do have my clapback days, and I do allow myself to go off every once in a while. Self-love means loving every part of yourself, loving the good sides, the bad sides, the everything in between, and just owning who you are and standing in your truth. We definitely live in a world that obviously is ever changing. And in terms of trans rights, sometimes it doesn't feel like we're visible or that we're accepted. So for me personally, I just try to live my life as boldly and loudly as possible. And as someone who does have a large following, I try to instill that. I'm not just posting pictures of my butt all day. I want to have a message. I want to have a meaning. I think the message I want people to take away from Pride is that there's a world out there that's accepting and loving. And I think it shows time and time again with Pride. And that's what I really love about our community, is that we kind of band together and create a celebration where we live out loud. And obviously it translates so much more.
Nikita was arrested Tuesday on a felony charge of battery on a police officer after allegedly causing a disturbance at the Good Time Hotel as she walked around the pool area for an extended amount of time nude. I already talked about the incident in a previous video, so if you want to get caught up on all the trending hot tea, go check it out. I'll link it below. So Nikita appeared in court earlier this week. You gotta check this out.
Present, Your Honor, via Zoom. Good morning, ma'am. So you were, I gotta find the paperwork.
Can we just confirm how the defendant would like to be addressed?
Sure.
The a little confusing.
What'd you say?
The volume was down.
Hello? Ma'am, you were arrested for battery on a corrections officer, disorderly conduct, or no, battery on a law enforcement officer, disorderly conduct, and then a battery in violation of a county city ordinance. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Okay, it looks like the defendant.
Nikita, please do not make any statements or comments while we're here in court about what happened in your case, okay?
What would you
Thank
prefer to address you as? Your title? Can't hear
So
him.
it looks like she's here
Oh,
on.
she and her as
Oh, okay, that's fine, thank
Looks
you.
like she's here on vacation.
Oh,
and
from,
did- Right, and there was an incident at the hotel.
let me read what happened. The Good Times Hotel. Okay. The battery is throwing water or spilling water at the officer and the security guard.
So no objection to reducing the bond.
You're gonna order that you stay away from the Good Times Hotel. Do you have to go there to get your personal belongings?
I do.
All right, so you're not allowed to go back there, but you can return there to get your personal belongings. Otherwise, you got to stay away from there. And if you go there to get your personal belongings, I don't know, you want to stay away on her? She doesn't live here.
I mean, I think that she caused trouble at the hotel. I don't think they want her back there. And I don't think it's too restrictive.
Just go there to get your personal belongings. You should go with a police officer, okay?
Thank you so much. I would like to thank the staff. They've been very lovely.
All right, let me just write this out. I don't know, what do you want me to do?
You just reduce the bond.
Do you have money to post the bond?
How much is it?
I don't know.
I was thinking 1,000 count one, and then 500 2 and 3.
Okay, I might have to check.
Judge, would you consider an ROR?
100 count 2, 500 count 3.
Judge, would you consider an ROR?
Can't do that for this charge, I'm sorry.
And the defendant's not from here, so
I gotta set a bond. It's a $2,000 bond. If there's any reason you can't afford to pay a bond, use the free phone at the jail to call the public defender's office, and they can readdress this with your division judge. All right?
And Your Honor, may I ask one question? Do I have to stay here in the men's unit still?
Yeah, I don't make the rules up there, but
Okay.
it's proper accommodation for you. You can a separate area. You can contact the bondsman to try and get you out. Ms. Corey, do you want to note your file that makes to follow up to make sure she's able to get hold of a bondsman to bond out?
Yes, Judge. Miss Dragun, could I please have your phone number or contact number that once you're out, we can get in touch with you?
Yes, ma'am. It's the same one I've had my entire life. 703.
Perfect. Thank you. So when you get out, please keep in touch with the public defender's office, and I'll make a note for the attorney to reach out to you soon, see if you can get in touch with the bondsman, okay?
Fiona, can you repeat the bond?
Sure, it's $1,000 count 1 for the battery.
Nikita was released from custody this week after posting a $5,000 bond, and shortly after that, she was admitted to the facility where she was going to seek treatment. Trendsetter fam, let's just lift Nikita up in prayers. It's never easy to see people struggle with mental health issues. Every one of us in some way are suffering from like some sort of mental pain, but it's what we do with that pain that will determine what we do and how we act in our life. Like if we allow that pain to just fester and poison like our minds, cause bitterness, jealousy, or even like hate, that'll eventually manifest to things that get so toxic and damaging to your physical and mental health that it can deteriorate everything around you. And if you got businesses that you are like tied up in or that you own, then you are risking losing everything. So I just commend her for taking the step to get the help, for her current mental health crisis. But unfortunately, this isn't Nikita's first time seeking help. Let's just pray that from here on out, whatever is troubling her is like brought to the light and she can move forward in a more positive and healthy way. And I feel right now Nikita's situation is so popular because a lot of people can actually relate to what she's going through and the struggles that she's going through with her mental health right now. But all right, trendsetters, go ahead and fill me in your thoughts and what you're thinking below. I'd love to know. Fam, I've enjoyed spilling the tea with you. Remember to support one another and show love. Y'all support your girl. It's free. This is a new channel, so hit that like button and subscribe and come back for more trending hot tea. Trendsetters, I love you, fam. Bye.